All you will need is your stretch band today. I like at least a 6-foot one, so that way, depending on how tall you are and the resistance of the band, you can get still a lot of movement from the band. It's not too restricted. If you don't have a longer one, no big deal. Find yourself in a bit of a turnout, a little bit wider, shoulders are rested, and we're just kind of swaying back and forth initially. Hold that band just down wider than your hips, just down by your legs. We're going to inhale. As you bring it up, I want a little bit of tension in the band to pull it up and over. When you bring it behind, just fold the hands so you can relax, push away with the palm. Turn so it spins your shoulders open. There's a reason for the turn. And then bring it all the way back to the front. Let's go again. Inhale up and give it a little spin as it pulls on those shoulders a little bit. And then one more time all the way up. And spin it on this one, hands onto the quads. Roll it down in your first nice deep squat. I am rounding all the way. Inhale vertebrae by vertebrae, bring it up. Pull that band, bring it all the way through, turn it again. From here, bring your feet in tighter and just push the band behind you and bring it up. Notice as you push it behind you, you tend to want to round forward. Keep your natural curves. Keep the chest open and just push the palms to the sky. Now, if that's really tight, loosen your band. Let's go 3 more, just a little extension through the shoulder girdle. Exhale 2, start thinking of drawing the abs in and connecting. And 1, bring it down, unturn, open it up, widen your stance, hands on the quads, down you go as far as you want. So if it feels good, you're going to wiggle right here a little bit. Inhale, exhale, still good. Maybe one hand goes to the floor, maybe the other. Maybe you can get a little deeper and start doing some spiraling through the hips from left to right and just see how those hips are moving. Toes, knees, everything's in a deep flexion here. And I am flexed through the spine as well as I wiggle back and forth. So there's a good flexion happening in a lot of joints there. Sorry, just setting Kylie on here. And then slowly press the legs towards straight. Leave your hands on the floor, your shins or your quads, and let your head dangle for a moment. So just let everything release down and dangle. You still have a gentle pull in of the abdominals. Start to increase the inhale nose, exhale mouth, and then bend the knees, slowly drift it up. Let's bring that band up again. Open it, put it behind the back. And then circle it around, bring your feet in tighter and keep it above the head here with a bit of tension. Take that band, pull on one side, lengthen it over, pull that bottom hand in, reach the top arm actively, look down, and then push both arms just a little bit, but that band is still perpendicular to the floor. Lean the hips in opposition, take a good breath into the side rib cage. Pull down on that top hand a little bit with your bottom hand, and then let go and stir your pot. Just a nice little stir the pot. Then when you're ready, stir the other direction. Inhale, exhale. Sneak the hand back in place, turn to the floor, and continue back through the center. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. And then reach that up. Let's go to the other side. All the way over, pull in the bottom arm. Push the top arm, lean the hips in opposition, and then if you're okay with it, push both arms as you lean those hips. Pull a little bit with the bottom hand. That puts a bit of pressure into the top arm. Still try and keep it fairly straight. Take a really good breath into your top rib cage. Release the hand off and stir your pot. Just let that shoulder go loose in the socket. And then stir the other direction. Again, you're still drawing the abs in gently. Grab that band, rotate down to the floor, come all the way through, and then just roll those shoulders. Step it nice and wide. Let's come nice and low again. And then from here, if you're okay, let go with the legs, hold the band. We're just going to take that arm into a figure 8. So it's going to open. We're going to go lateral flexion. Give me an extension through the back, lateral flexion, and then spin it down. Let's just do 2 more spins going this direction. Use your breath. Find a natural breath. I like to inhale as I come up. Exhale as I go down, switching directions. So go the other way. Lateral flexion, a little extension, a little lateral, bring it down. 2 more times. Open up that spine, you guys. Get some good rotation happening here. 1 more time. Open it. And then bring it all the way down. Fists to the floor, shins or quads. Push those legs to straight, and again, let yourself dangle here. Let your eyesight look through your legs so that you're not looking to the floor with a connection into the back of your neck. Let your head just invert and just lie there. Bend those knees, gently come all the way up, roll those shoulders, and we're just going to put that band towards the front of our mat. Open it up so that your tails are on equal, or your tails are equal on each side, and just leave that band there. We're not going to use it right away. We're just going to flow a little bit without our band. Start at the back of your mat, reach the arms actively, come around the corner, hands to the floor. We're finding our 4-point stance. 4, 3, knees down on 2 and 1. Spread out your fingers, uncurl your toes, and just give me a scapular movement here. So I'm doing protraction, retraction, not just scapular dips, but I'm actually forming a little circle. So my shoulders are coming down and away, pushing away, which is protraction, coming up and around, and then retracting below. And then switch directions. The spine itself is not moving. We're staying fairly strong in our core. Neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Now push away with the hands. Take a nice strong inhale. Curl the toes under and sit back into your heels. Feel that stretch. Again, too hard on the knees. Just come a little taller. And then pull forward onto the wrist. Go a little too far forward, so you're getting a stretch into the wrist line. Yeah. And then push back. And come forward. So you're still not going into that open spine position yet. We're just bringing the weight over the wrist to get the wrists active. And then stay back here, bring it all the way up, reach those arms, actively lift the chest and put some weight into your toes. Now, if you can interlace, go ahead, reach those hands down and open it, a little bit of arrow pose. If that's difficult, just reach those arms actively and open. Couple good inhales, exhales, stretching out that pec line. Slowly come out of that, release the hands off. 4-point stance, keep it nice and strong, and let's go into that first short plank one, you guys. So hover an inch, and let's hang out there for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower it down, rattle out those toes, and then connect again. Put your hands a little farther forward. Now, if you liked the short plank, stay there. Otherwise, hands a bit farther forward and pull forward into our short, just into a little longer of a plank here. Abs engaged, and we're going to go into our short plank 3. Lift your knees and then flirt them down. Lift your knees, flirt them down. Let's go 4. So it's just a flirt, not a rest. And 3, abs are drawn in, neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Back needs a bit more support. Give a little supported pelvis. Now stay with the legs lifted and go into your pouncing cat. So if not having it today, I'm going to my knees. If I'm feeling okay, I am up a little higher and I'm going back and forth. As you lean back, get those knees really close to the ground and drop into your chest line and then pounce forward. Let's go 4 and 3. Last 2. Stay in the back, put your knees down, uncurl your toes, open the legs, press back into your child's pose here, you guys. Drop it down, give a little wiggle left and right. If it feels better to have the legs wider, come up and open your hips even more and come down deeper if you want a bit more hip stretch. Inhale, exhale. Wiggle into that. Let your belly drop through the center. Go as deep as you can. One more big breath. And then slowly come up, get your hands underneath you, bring your knees back into parallel sits, come back into your 4-point stance. So we're just going to do a little bit of push-up here. I'm going to go into the wider position. Push-up 1, we're in a 4-point stance still. The arms aren't reaching up. And we're just going to go down, 2, 3, and then push away. Down, 2, 3, push away. It's inhale, 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 exhale. Now feeling good, walk your hands farther forward, come back into that longer short plank and go 1, 2, 3, push away. Still feeling good, toes curl under, 1, 2, 3, push up 3. Inhale, 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 exhale. You got 2 more of whatever you chose. Inhale, 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 exhale. You've got 1 more, keep it strong guys. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, you can go child's pose or down dog. Elephant, choose where you want to go. I brought my hands in closer so they're stronger on the mat, and I'm just pawing at my feet. Inhale, exhale. See if you can push your heels down, nice strong hands, and drop into the chest line. So this for me is where I grab my mat so I don't slip, so I can get a bit more traction to get into my shoulders. Totally up to you there. I just find it comfortable to grip. Super tight, lift the heels, bend the knees. One more big breath here, you guys. Come out of your shoulders, place your hands strong, bring your knees down, bring your belly down. Now, if this is too aggressive to start with, come right to the elbows and come up in a floppy here. So I'm coming up in a floppy here. I'm wiggling my tailbone from left to right. My belly's totally loose. And I'm just finding that breath. Now, if this feels good, again, without connecting into your abs, have a little lateral rotation, push into your palms and just come a little higher into your floppy. So we're just doing a few little floppies here. And then bring it down. Let's do it one more time. Lengthen it up. You choose how high you're coming. Listen to your spine, listen to your back. And then bring it down and keep your elbows underneath you. Actively reach the legs. From here, I want you to pull your abs up. So instead of letting them dangle, we're going to draw them up a little. Allow curve to occur still. Pull your shoulders into your back pockets. Put pressure into your hands and your elbows and bring your neck in line with the rest of your spine. We're doing a little sphinx here. Really think of trying to pull your hands on the ground down and away. So you're actually pulling on the floor, feeling active in that lat line. And just breathe here. Pull the abs up gently. Don't pull it up so high. If you look here, I'm pulled up so high that my pubic bone's lifted and I'm actually not even in extension. I do want extension in the spine here. So 2 more cycles of breath, but I'm connecting the abs a bit. And one more. And then push your elbows out to the side. Slowly bring your chest down. Bring your hands back into that push-up position. Push away. Curl the toes up into your down dog. Paddle it out here. Drop your shoulders away. And then walk your hands to your feet in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let everything dangle. And then bend the knees. Slowly soften as you come up. Big inhale as we lift the heart. Exhale, hands down, center heart. We're going to get into a little rotation, but we're going to use that band. So I'm going to step forward with my left and put it quite strong. The arch and the ball of the foot are on there. And then I'm going to come down into position and grab 2 equal tails. From there, I'm going to take my back leg and I'm going to warrior pose it out. So I've got it stretching away. The farther I move it, the deeper I'm going to be able to go into the front leg. So I just want you to find this position initially. I've put both straps into the hand equal to the leg that's in front. And I'm just taking my back hip and I'm just going to push in and out for a second here. Just press into the leg. Look at that front knee. Is it collapsing? Take that front hand and push out on that knee slightly and just find that to start with. Get that heat going into that lunging position. Now go ahead and grab your band. If you want it tighter, you can loop it once or keep it as is. Come down and as you pull, as you press the leg to straight, rotate with your elbow coming open. So it's down and open. Inhale. Exhale. So this hand that is not pulling on the strap can be resting on your quad, which is going to give you assistance, or it can just be dangling behind your back. Go 4 more, but there's no tension on that arm. 3, bend into the front leg and straighten it fully. 2 more. And 1. Now stay in the bent position. Pull the elbow up and rotate the spine. So my arm's no longer moving. It's locked in position. Elbow is higher than the wrist. And I'm rotating. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Put your hands on your front quad so you can reset your back leg nice and powerful. From here, double up your band. Lean forward and give me a little extension in the elbows. Little tricep extension as we lean into that front leg. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie your band long, bring that back leg down, and let's just push in and out of that hip. You might need to move the front foot farther forward. Go ahead if it's not getting a nice angle. And then stay in the lean, reach one arm, reach both arms, reach both and grab the foot if it feels good. Get a little bind in there, open up that chest. Couple cycles of breath. Gently let go of the leg, pull your weight back, front leg rotates off to the side. Now if you're okay, the hands can go to the floor. If that's a little tight, you can stay higher. If you feel good, down you go to your elbows, you guys. You are leaning forward into the front hip, and you're just pushing back and forth or side to side, whatever feels more natural in your body. Let's get a rotation here. That one hand stays where it is, the other hand goes to the elbow. We rotate, take a peekaboo to the sky. Inhale, exhale for me, get some nice rotation. And then bring it back, bring that hand to the floor on the inside of that front leg, push back on your hips and swing that leg around. Now, curl the toe under of the leg that was still on the floor. The leg that was still on the floor. And then you're gonna come up into that one leg. There it is. Drive that forward, push it back. Drive it forward, push it back. Let's go 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, stay in the push away, rotate your hip open, give me a little bit of arabesque, and then bend the knee, give me some attitude. Feel that rotation again in the lower part of your spine. Nice big breath. Spin it all the way around, both feet to the floor, walk your hands to your feet. In 4, 3, all the way in on 2 and 1, let everything dangle. Bend the knees, slowly come up. Big breath at the top. Hands down center heart, let's set up that other leg. So go ahead, walk forward, get that foot into place, take the time to get your bands pretty equal on both sides. Otherwise, when we do the tricep, it feels kind of awkward. And then wiggle, my hand is going on my front leg, and I'm slowly moving my back leg into position. Here I'm just going to warm up this leg again, pushing out on that knee slightly and digging into that position. So deepen and press away. So you're getting a groin stretch on the back leg. The glute and hamstring on the front leg is active. If you can, let go with that hand, and this band now is just held very loosely behind. If you need support, put your hand on your quad. And then you're going to add that rotation. As you push away, rotate. Deepen, rotate. Inhale, exhale. The wider you stand, the deeper you can go without that knee going too far over the toe. Does it matter if it goes a bit over the toe? Absolutely not. Press it out. Let's go 3 more. And 2. Draw those abs in gently. Stay in the down for me. Stay nice and deep. Push the knee out. Pull that elbow up so it's into your chest and just rotate. Just rotate. No shoulder movement, although there's an isometric hold happening. 5. Pull your abs in. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it all the way forward. Put both hands onto that knee so you can take the time to rotate your back leg into position. And now you're nice and high. Lean forward into that and give me those little tricep kickbacks again. 5, 4, find your balance point. 3, 2, 1, drop that band and slowly bring that hip down. Once it's down there, you can push in and out. You can move that band from underneath your foot if it's kind of sticking to you. Push in and out into the hip. See how that back hip feels, shoulders down and away. Make sure your distance between your one knee and your heel is quite wide. Otherwise, you're here and then you're drawing pressure into that knee. That knee is quite far forward. Go ahead and stay there, one arm the other. Maybe you can grab that back leg, stretch out that hip. Use a kneel pad if you need it. Inhale, exhale, don't fight the knee. Breathe as you go. Let that leg slowly go, come out of your hip. Take that leg laterally, rotate it. Both hands down if you're able to get there. If you can't get there, just one hand down, right? And we kind of lean into it. If you're okay, down to your elbows. I can't go to my elbows. My hips won't go there. Play where you can go. So I'm swaying in and out of this. For me, it takes a bit for my hips to get warmed up, and I don't like to rush them. They don't like being rushed. So I just kind of move in and out, which moves the synovial fluid, think of it like grease, in and around the joint. Then when you're ready, rotate that open. Couple nice breaths, push on that leg, lean your heart away from that position. Nice big breath. And then slowly come out of it. Both hands nice and strong as you bring that leg all the way around. Now, when that leg comes around, you're going to keep that leg there and connect the knee that's down. Get it right underneath you so you're connected. Then when we press up, we're going to kick that leg back and then pounce it forward. Kick it back, bring it forward. You might need to readjust your planking position slightly here. Go 3 more. And 2. Last one, stay here. Point the ankle, rotate open into arabesque. Feeling good, flex that heel, give me a little attitude, bend that knee. Take your vision over, so you're trying to look at that foot that you're reaching around with. You won't see it, but think of that concept. And then bring it back to center. Bring that leg down, find it connected. Walk your hands to your feet in 4, 3, all the way on 2 and 1. Bend those knees, let's float it up. Big breath at the top. Hands down, center heart, walk to the front of your mat. Find lateral rotation. And we're just gonna grab that band once we get down there. We're just gonna do that low sit. We're going to roll once and then sit up on our booties. So we're nice and rounded. We're going to roll and then come right back up. So just leave that band over top of your waist for now. Heels together, toes apart. Make sure you're somewhat centered in your mat, and let's find a diamond roll back. Sitting tall, exhale, scoop. Inhale, come around the corner. Give a little pull here. Keep your lumbar spine vertical to the earth as you pull your body forward, shoulders away from the ears. Really big breath into your back. And then stack to tall. Let's go again. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, bring it around. Give a little wiggle. Stretch out that lower back for me, you guys. Shoulders away. And then peel to tall. On this one, the hands are going to go through the legs. Exhale, scoop. I'm going to bring my heels in a bit closer as I dive my hands around my feet. Once I'm there, I'm going to take a moment to move left and right to get my insulation out of the way, and then really find a rounded spine. Get rid of your shoulders and find some huge breaths into your back here. 2 more. 1 more big breath. And then start at your tailbone and articulate to tall. Hands behind you. Push yourself out and find your heels into the corner of your mat. Find your pubic bone in the center of your mat, and then bring your feet in closer to parallel sits bones. Once you're there, find tails equal on both sides. Wrap that loosely, a little bit of slack around those feet. And then take some pressure into your feet and push them out a bit. From here, we're just going to sit nice and tall. So again, if sitting tall is not happening for you today, slight bend in the knee or sit on a pad. And I'm just going to do my windshield washers to warm up my ankle. So I'm going to turn and face. The knees do not move. I'm going to take the ankle itself and push it out and turn it in. Push it out and turn it in. The knees stay facing the sky. The hips are neutral. I'm not moving for the hip line, but as I push out, I might feel this whole line all the way up right into my hip. And that's fine. That is fine. You are actually getting a nice little fascia line there. And then go ahead and keep those feet reaching. Keep them just straight up so the toes are pointing to the sky, not in or out. And then grab hold. Double up if you want, drop your shoulders, and just give me a double row. As you row in towards the ribs or the hips, not super high. If you bring it high, your upper traps are going to get in the way. Not in the way, you're going to use them, and we don't want to. So tighten this up. We want to actually stabilize them down and away. So we're going to pull and bring it in. As you pull, don't round forward to give you the sense of a deeper pull. Bend the elbows, sit tall, find neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Exhale, pull, inhale, reach. Let's go 2 more. Sit super tall, look straight forward. Your eyesight is cutting the room in half, and your chin is parallel to the floor. Pulse it back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Activate those feet a little bit. Let those hands come forward. Let them release out. Cross your straps. I'm putting my left strap under, my left hand under and grabbing my right strap, and then the other one staying on top. Wrapping, just remember which side you're choosing to do first. Just cross your straps and grab. The hand on top is the one you're pulling. So I'm going to rotate and pull, and then come back home. Rotate, pull, and come back home. Notice as you pull, there's more pressure in the opposite leg holding position. Don't let that leg move. Then don't let the leg that's relaxed, somewhat relaxed, hike and cause you to move your pelvis. Keep your hand into your ribs and just rotate the rib cage. Nice and small. Don't pull the hand, anchor the hand. Anchor the hand, rotate the ribs. 5, isolate it. 4, 3, yes. 2, sit tall. 1, bring that back. That's actually a really deceivingly hard exercise because of the rotation. Switch which hand is on top. I like to wrap my band so I don't have to hold it tight. That's just a me thing. I sort of loop it. And then from there, shoulders into back pockets. Other hand is just holding gently. Rotate around and bring it back. Exhale, inhale. So the leg active is the opposite one of the hand you're pulling. Because you're pulling on that strap, you got to activate that foot to not let the anchor point move. Make that leg nice and still. Exhale, 2 more, rotate around, and 1. Now keep that hand in your rib cage and rotate. So I should see your elbow behind your back. Your vision should be turned, and it's a tiny little pulsing rotation. 5, 4, breathe it. 3, 2, 1, bring it all the way back. Slide that band off, give your legs a little jiggle wiggle, and then hold that band into your hands. Give me a little tension. I want it at least, I'm more than shoulder width. I'm quite wide. And then I'm going to rotate as far as I can, and I'm going to saw. I'm going to stack to tall, rotate back to center. Keep tension the whole time, guys. Inhale, rotate. Turn your back hand upside down and saw. Inhale, stack. Exhale, center. Last time. Rotate. Keep your tension. Turn your back hand upside down and saw. Stack to tall and center. Last one. Rotate. Back hand goes up. We saw. We bring it forward. And we release. Beautiful, you guys. Bring your legs in tighter and just take that band on the arch of the foot. Some of the arch, more of the ball of the foot. And then I'm going to put my heels together, my toes apart. So it sort of looks like this. And then I'm just going to hold the bands in between my legs. I can wrap them if I want. Really depends on how long my bands are. From here, I have a turnout going on in my legs. I'm going to scoop, and as I roll back, I'm going to lift my legs up with a little bit of love from my hands. From here, I'm going to go into some frogs. So my elbows are anchored, my head is down. If I need a headrest, I'll use it. Abs are engaged. I'm going to push away in a frog and pull in. So imagine feet in straps on the reformer, but you're holding on with your hands, mimicking the straps. And we're just going to press and draw in. And press and draw in. Let's go for 4. Exhale, 3. Neutral spine, neutral pelvis, shoulders away from ears in 2. Now keep it part way out, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And give me little circles. Little circles on the legs. So water wheels. 5, 4. The band is just assisting. 3, 2. Water wheel the other way. 5, 4, 3, and then we're going to do a little bit of clamshell. So hold it here, close your knees. The straps are in between and you're going to push them together and then open. Exhale, inhale. Little bit of hip movement here as we go internal, well, not really even internal, parallel to lateral. You still are pushing away with your arms a bit, so the arms are in an isometric hold. You might feel they're fatiguing, and the legs and the inner thighs now are warming up. Squeeze your inner thighs together as tight as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then take your band on the outside and get your feet in tight. So we're going to go teaser here. If you need a bit more assistance, you will double up. You'll wrap one more time to get a lot of tension out of your band. If you don't, right? And you'll know, the first roll up, you'll know. Cervical nod. I'm going to push into my band a little bit to assist me rolling up. And then I'm just going to stay here if this is challenging with my elbows bent right here. If that's okay, I'm going to reach my arms out, which will be a little bit harder. Still okay, I'll straighten the legs, and Kylie, you've got it. Still okay, the arms are actively reaching. And then I'm going to roll it down. I've got the option of bending the knees as I come down or keeping the legs straight. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, roll it up. Whoop, don't put your feet down like I just did. Find your teaser, shoulders into your back pockets. Inhale, keep. Exhale, scoop, and reach it long or bend. Inhale, cervical nod. Oh, that lower back is tight on me, and that is a fight coming up. Inhale and keep. Exhale, scoop, reach, and lengthen. 2 more from you guys. Cervical nod, round it up. Inhale and keep. And exhale and lower. This one is rather tough on my body today. Cervical nod, that lower back does not want to round. And then hold it here for 5, 4, breathing, 3, 2. You're going to bend those knees and take the feet out and come into mermaid, sitting side. Tuck that in, and we're just going to open up those hips. So I'm going to start little, and then when it feels good, that was just really ugly on my part. When it feels good, you'll open and bring it down. If that's okay, you can stretch it up. Open up those hips. So we just worked the hip flexor and the abdominals in flexion. So now I want to open and bring it down. Go 2 more. Go 1 more. And then hold it in the down. We're going to do a little bit of side planking here. If you have any joint pressure points, you're going to roll your mat up. And then I'm going to come onto my elbow. My heels are lined up behind me. My knees are kind of lined up with my the middle of my arm, I would say, so that when I lift my hips, I can pull my hips forward, and then I'm between 2 planes of glass. So I can stay on the knees and the elbow, or I can straighten my legs out and come up in stagger, or I can stack my feet and come up in tall on my side plank. Either way, come up and find your plank. Beautiful. Lower the hips, lift the hips. Lower, lift. That arm can reach if you'd like it to. 5, 4, lateral flexion of your spine. Use your obliques. 3, yes, the shoulder gets tired. 2, 1, hold it neutral, hold it up. If you can, bring up that top leg. Let's hold for 5, 4, breathing, 3, 2, push into the side of the foot. It activates that whole outer thigh area. Foot down, hip down, pull back into your mermaid. Tuck the foot in, you can let that undo. I'm going to rotate around. This hand can be down, anchored, or reaching. I'm going to actively come down into that nasty tricep again. So we did chest with a wider hand position. Now you're tucking your elbow in, so you're getting a bit more tricep activation. If it feels good, you can straighten the leg when you go back. And then I do want a little bit of twisted extension as you come up. Let's go 2 more, and lift, and last 1, and lift. Come part way down so you can tuck that back leg in to then rotate into your side lateral. You got to tuck that knee in. If that knee's not happy there, you're just going to straighten it out and come over this way, right? The priority is not the deep knee flexion. We've done lots of that. It is the lateral to open up. And then rotate down Inhale, bring it back and lengthen that out. We're going to come right down onto the full line. Line right along that edge. Reach those legs actively. Now, if you need, this bottom leg can anchor, the toe can anchor, or I can actively reach. And I'm going to lift, lower my top leg. Lift. What happens here is we roll back on our butt and we use more hip flex or quad. We already got that beautifully in our teaser. So I need you to keep your ASIS facing the side of the room. Now hold it up where it feels challenged and give me some circles. We're watching that the spine itself is neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and you're not going into posterior tilt or anterior tilt. So we're not flexing or extending the spine. We're keeping the distance the same. If you're not sure, middle finger, ASIS, thumbs, ribs, feel that. Then switch directions. Inhale, exhale. Actively reach your bottom leg. If you can, lift your bottom leg off a little bit. You don't have to. Now keep that leg reaching. Take your top leg, internally rotate it, touch your toe down. It may not touch. And then turn your heel and touch your heel down. So you're going forwards and backwards. I'm putting my hand down because I'm wiggling a lot. And I want to really work on the hip mobility here. When my heel goes to the back behind me, I really want to roll backwards. I'm going to try and fight that. And that's why I've put that hand down. So I'm really trying to open the hip there. Go one more time. This is a tough one. And then reach both legs actively. Lift the top leg, lift the bottom leg to greet it. Lower both. Lift, lift, lower. Again, you may not need that hand. Lift, lift, lower. Nice. Lift, lift, lower. Now glue both and lift and lower both. Let's go for 5. Don't let your waistline drip into the floor each lift. 3. Try not to laterally flex. 2. And 1. Take your bottom foot, anchor it. And it does have to be forward, not way out here, but it does have to be forward. Actively reach your bottom leg, hand down, and get your hand into place. So we're going into side leg kick series. This hand also goes up. I'm going to kick forward for 2 without flexing my spine, point my ankle, reach it back, and then I'm going to imagine a guide wire on my ribs. I'm going to lift. You have to kind of come up to that elbow a bit. Lift. So I'm going to go inhale, inhale, rib lift, exhale. Side kick series 3. Let's go inhale, inhale, exhale. Really extend through that hip behind you without extending your spine. Spine, neutral pelvis. Now keep that leg actively reaching and lift and lower the ribs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now keep them lifted. Keep that leg actively reaching. Maybe take off your bottom leg. Ooh, scissor position. My bottom leg is lifted. 5, 4. I'm pulling up in the ribs. 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring that leg in. Let's stretch out that nasty booty. Inhale, exhale. Give a little rocking back and forth. That's a tough one on that hip joint. It works all the pillars in all different directions. Roll back onto your back, knee fold one leg, knee fold the other, and roll it up. So we started with teaser. We're not doing teaser on this side. We're going to swing it around. Teaser is a bilateral movement. We don't need to repeat it. So we're going into our side plank. I'm going to roll that mat so I don't have my joint elbow pressure. I'm going to start with the knees bent. My knees are sort of in line with wrist or middle forearm. I'm dropping this shoulder down into my back pocket. And then I'm going to lift. And as I lift, I'm going to pull my hips forward so my body feels like it's between 2 planes of glass. I'm just going to go up and down a couple times just to make sure I feel like I'm good where I'm at. If that's working for me, I extend the legs out, 1 forward, 1 backwards, and then I press into the side of my foot to lift. Still good, both feet stacked, and I'm going to lift. Once I've got my happy place, I'm going to stay there, dip and lift, dip and lift. So lateral flexion. Push your hips down. You're going to get this massive stretch through QL and then lift up. Lower, lift. 5, 4, arm can reach. 3, 2, draw those abs in. 1, stay in the lift. If you're okay, up comes that leg. You got to push into the side of your foot, and you'll feel your whole glute med, glute min, TFL, everything pushing and holding. 4, 3, there's a lot going on. 2, 1, down it comes. Bend those knees. Hug that in. And let's go ahead and, because we did the teaser but we didn't come out on the other side, let's do a little hip opener here just so that we've done it, because we didn't do this side, and then we'll do our mermaid. So when you're ready, lift and bring it down. Lift and bring it down. Let's go 2 more. And last 1, and then keep it down and find your mermaid position. So we're going to spiral. The hands will go down. It can go in the small of the back. Harder is reaching because it's above your head. It's heavy. I'm going to come down and lift. Inhale. Your elbows in tight. So you are waking up those tricep muscles. Lift. You can extend that leg if you'd like to. Let's go 3. We're just waking up that leg. And 2. And last 1. Go part way down. Bring that hand in. Tuck your foot in towards your bum as you settle into your seated mermaid, trying to now push this hip down. If you're tight in the other hip, you can straighten either knee, right? So once it's down there, find your lateral flexion to stretch that out. Couple little inhales, exhales, wiggle around to find yourself comfortable. Comfortable with stretching. And then rotate down. Bring it back to lateral. Come all the way out, and we're doing our side leg lift series. So reach it out, lie right along the edge of your mat. Couple options. Bottom leg is bent, toe is curled under, the leg is active but down, or active and lifted. And then we're just going to lift up that rib cage and lift and lower. Now it's working for you. Take that hand off. Inhale, exhale. So I'm stacking hip over hip. Don't let yourself roll back so your ASI is facing the sky and you're getting quad and hip flexor. We're getting glute med, glute min, so we're either in parallel or slightly internally rotated through that hip socket. I find parallel just a bit more achievable for most people. Actively reach your bottom leg. Don't let it just kind of hang out there. And then add your circles. Go slow. When you add your circles, slow it down. Middle finger ASI is thumbs, ribs. As you kick the leg behind your back, don't arch the back. Use the motion through the hip flexors to stretch out. So if you've got tight hip flexors, you're not going to get a lot of extension through the back here. Go ahead and switch directions. So sometimes mobility of a muscle group or lack thereof restricts us from being able to get a certain exercise that demands that movement to be able to achieve it. It's a bit of a game. One more time. So hold here. We're going to put the toe facing down. That really gets glute med, glute min. It's going to touch. And then we're going to rotate that hip open and touch. I'm going to put my hands down. If you don't need to, don't. I just find I start to sway too much in my pelvis and I lose that connection. And then I can't get the hip movement. And I really want to focus on that internal, external rotation of that hip. My bottom leg is still lifted, which is turning on that inner thigh muscle actively too, isometrically. Go one more time. That's just a nasty. Hold that leg reaching. Lift the top leg, lift the bottom leg to greet it. Lower both. Lift, lift, lower. You don't need your hand. Remove it. Let's go lift, lift, lower. One more time. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, now lift both. 5, 4, 3, moving up and down, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take that bottom leg, anchor it, bottom hand tucks under, and think of the lift. Watch here, you're not in a big rib expanded out. Connect them a bit, and then we're going to do that 2 little kicks forward, double leg kick series 3. Push it back, lift into the rib cage, lift that armpit off. So it's inhale, inhale, exhale. Hip is going into flexion and then extension. Watch that the pelvis is not joining the party, that it is staying neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Not sure. This one's a hard one for me to see. I want middle finger on ASI as thumbs on ribs, and there's no big change in the position of rib to hip. Now keep that leg reaching out and behind. This is a tough one. And lower lift the rib cage. Lower lift the rib cage. 5, 4 obliques. 3, 2. Now hold it lifted. Stretch that leg behind you. Hold for 5, 4. Shoulders down. 3, 2, and release. Pull that knee in. Stretch out that lower back. Stretch out that top hip. Inhale, exhale for me, guys. Rock it back and forth. Now, if you're in a position to see the camera nicely, stay as is. I can't see you guys as well, so I'm just going to flip around so I can see you a bit better. And we're just going to wake up unilateral, a little bit of bridge with the band. So lie down on the back, grab your band, bend one knee in, doesn't really matter which one, and put the ball of foot into it. Now, if you're okay with a pointed toe and you don't cramp, that's fabulous. I cramp. So my toes are dangling out the top so that I'm pointing my foot, but it's not tippy toe ballerina point. And then I'm going to take the band, and this is where I decide how much tension I want. I'm going to wrap it and anchor so that when I push up on my foot, and it's not fully flexed, it's just comfortable, I'm going to press in. Now before I start, the leg that's in the band is going to be in a hip hike. I need you to straighten out your pelvis. Find it strong. Get your shoulders down with your elbows anchored. And then I want you to push to the sky and lower it down slowly. Flirt, but don't rest. Exhale, inhale. Not enough tension. Wrap again. Pull the band down. Press. So you should feel tension against the leg you're pushing with on the floor. Squeeze the glute and the hamstring to extend your hips up. And down. Let's go 4 more. So when you come down, flirt. Rib, rib, hip, hip, square. 3. Exhale, 2. Watch you're not hyperextended in that one leg. Now hold your hip up as high as you can. Squeeze that butt cheek. Squeeze those hamstrings. If you can, and again, you'll have to have your foot in close enough, lift off your heel. If you cramp, don't. And I went to instant cramp, so I'm not today. But lift your heel if you can. Lower the leg and lift it. For me, that just got crampy fast. I'm leaving my heel down. If it feels good for you, go there. Shoulder bridge, 3. Reach and bring it up. Exhale, 4. Squeeze that butt. Push your hips to the sky. 3. Find that glute and ham. Last 2, and find that beautiful range with that leg. Last 1. Hold it in the up. Bring that all the way down. Keep the band there. Keep the band there. Roll up. Grab the band towards the top. Roll down. From here, you don't have to anchor your elbows. You can keep the arms straight, but pull that leg in towards you for a hamstring stretch. If you're okay, you can straighten out the bottom leg. So I've got enough flexibility. I want my arms straight. I don't want to be using my biceps and my arms and my shoulders. I want my arms locked out fairly straight, so I'm going to reach up and grab right around my foot. Point and flex the foot. Please make sure the band doesn't come flying off and flick you in the face. No, it would not be ideal. Now grab it with the same hand as foot and let it slowly drift off to the side. Now if you need to counterbalance, this leg can come up, bottom leg. Otherwise, let it go. Your hips are going to hike, go for it. Couple inhales, exhales, getting a little bit of the groin stretching out, plus still that hamstring on the inside. And then carefully bring that up. Opposite hand grabs, pull into the stretch, and over you go. So we're looking for that leg extending up. Rotate your spine in opposition. Relax your bottom butt cheek if you can. Inhale, exhale here. So coming out of this one can be awkward and hard on the back. You might need to bend the leg so the knee comes in, so the weight load is less, to de-rotate. If I keep my legs straight, I have more weight load on the de-rotation. So we're going to start with the hamstring work now on the opposite foot. So roll up a little bit, put it around the arch ball of foot, and then find where you like that tension. Remember, this isn't the stretch part, this is the work part. Anchor your foot. If the leg is way up here, push it away so you got some resistance. And then from here, exhale up and down. and press. Squeeze that butt cheek. If my heel is too close into my glute, I will make the exercise a little easier. If you need to, go ahead. Right? Ideally, that leg is a little bit away from your butt. Rib, rib, hip, hip are nice and square. I can bend my knee and straighten it into that band a little bit, but it's more about the lift of the hip than it is about the movement through the knee. So find the glute and hamstring squeezing to enter you higher. Let's go 3 more. Squeeze that ass. Last 2. Arms are working isometrically against your weight load, and then hold it there. Lengthen it. Lower it. So I really am holding on tight, and I'm allowing my hip now to gently move back and forth, but I'm pushing into the entire foot of the leg on the floor to find my nasty glute and hamstring. Let's go 2 more. Go ahead and find hip extension as you push down if it feels good. Last one, but not pelvis extension, right? And then down we go. Relax off, roll up, grab tight, and roll back down. If you feel okay, straighten your base leg. If that doesn't feel good, don't. You can do a little point flex here if that's working for you. Just watch the band doesn't flick off. Grab it with the same hand as foot. Slowly pull in for the hamstring and out to the side for the groin. Popping you off too much, just bend your other leg to counterbalance that pattern, or turn your hip out on the opposite leg. Should feel a nice stretch all the way down. You might feel, if your leg is straight, you might feel it go through the knee and pull down into an attachment point of our gracilis muscle. It goes over and comes in and around and attaches into your pes ornarius. Nice. 100% said that wrong. We're just going to go with that. Inhale, exhale. I can spell it for you. I just can't say it. And then bend the knee if you need to, but let's bring that back up slowly and carefully. Grab it with the opposite hand as foot. Pull up for the stretch. Over you go. Rotate, look the opposite direction. Feel the back. Big inhales, exhales. Relax your bottom ass cheek. Don't death grip it. My palm is facing up. I'm feeling that beautiful stretch. When you come out of this, bend the knee so that the back load is not as heavy, and slowly come all the way out. Keep that band in the one leg and just use it to bring yourself up. Slide the band off and let's go into our double leg kick. So on your bellies. We're going to use the band. So once you're here, just take a moment to floppy. Let's take a moment to decompress. We were just holding neutral. Chances are you went into a bit of flexion in the lower half of the spine, and we just want to reset it. So I've got a small turnout going. I'm aware I'm in the corners of each side of my mat. I'm just going to wiggle it out. I'm going to relax my neck. Just going to let myself decompress a little bit before I go into my extensions. So now come down. I like to double up if you don't need the band, don't use it, but put the band in the small of your back because you'll use it for an exercise after, right? So I'm going to place that in. Now, if I'm tight and I can't interlace, flop, and open with my cheek turned, and then be able to extend my arms out this way and come into extension here, I need to use the band, okay? And I just hold the band so I can flop. So in the flopped position with your elbows and shoulders just totally down, abs engaged, I'm going to flex my heels, flex my knees, and pump into my bum 3 times. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. As I reach the legs out, there's a bungee cord from my hands to my ankles, and I'm going to extend. I'm in lateral rotation. Tendency is the head looks up. It's nice and long, shoulders are down. I bring the hands into the small of the back. I turn my cheek. I flop the elbows and shoulders, and 1, 2, 3. Exhale, actively reach. And inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, actively reach. So we are, keep going, pulling our abs up and in, but gently. If I aggressively pull them in, I will not get any extension. This is an extension exercise. So gently draw those abs in, but I really need an active extension with the reach. Glutes, hamstrings, reach. One more time each way. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, you've got one more. When I'm holding here, I am putting some pressure and pulling this strap apart, right? Inhale, inhale, inhale. Stay here. Anchor your feet if your back is firing, or pull your abs in stronger and continue to lift the legs. Lower and lift the arms. So I'm widening my arms, my hand position. I'm staying extended through thoracic and cervical. I'm staying extended through glutes and hamstrings, but pelvis is in neutral. My palms are reaching for the sky, and I'm breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that come all the way down. Push into your child's pose or any recovery which feels good for you. And then we are going to do one set of connected swan before we finish. We'll do our swan dive one. We'll just do the nice, neutral, strong one. We just did a fair amount of extension in the legs. Nice big breath here. Let's go ahead and pull it all the way forward. Find a lateral rotation. Your fingers and your thumbs are kind of facing in towards your shoulders. This really depends on the length of your arms. Elbows are down. Abs are gently engaged. Don't death grip. Push the marble with your nose. Keep a gentle engagement, but only come as high as your pubic bone stays down. There is extension happening here. And then slowly come down. Let's do glider 2 or glider 1 if it feels good. Lengthen up, look one direction. The shoulder will want to go. I need you to use your scaps and pull that down and away. And then bring it back. One more time. Gentle drawing of the abdominals, not a death grip. Take a peekaboo. Now, if glider 2, back's not miffy, glider 2. I look to the left, the right heel comes into my tush. I open, a little harder on the back. And bring it down, so don't do if you've got a miffy QL. And then glance up, opposite heel to tush, nice big breath. And float it down, find your hands strong, push back, and let's find that little down dog, you guys. Paddle that out. If you need child's pose, please go ahead. Shoulders away from ears, and I'm pressing into those toes, stretching it out. Inhale, exhale. Slowly walk feet to hands or hands to feet, whatever feels good. Widen it. Sneak up into a supported or unsupported ragdoll. I'm looking through my legs. I'm in supported, which means my elbows are on my quad. Deepen that breath. Let your head dangle at the top of your spine. So I'm not looking to the floor. That connects my neck muscles. I'm dangling, and I'm just giving my head a little And then slowly peel up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Come up carefully. Watch, don't get lightheaded. Roll the shoulders, and let's take a final breath, you guys. Nice big inhale. Lift the heart. Big exhale, hands down, center heart, and we are done.